Hey guys, RC here. Episode 14 of our FM18 experiment save American Glory. We've created not a wonder kid, but a very good player. Has some flaws, not going to be the best player in the world, and we're just kind of seeing how his life develops, his football career. He ended up at Chelsea after some time. He was at Everton for a while. He's done very well, or pretty well, for the U.S. men's national team. And we're getting ready for the World Cup in the upcoming year. But we have had qualifying in the past year. So let's take a look at the U.S. here. Well, I guess we could see if RC... okay, well, that's the first cap, guys. So that's not what I want. All right, well, let's get into the short list. All right, there is the U.S. So let's hop in and see what the U.S. has done. If we look at their schedule. So from what I remember, yeah, they're still in group stage, so we need to go back to last year. So I've simmed out another year in on the English schedule, which our player RC is playing in the Premier League, or was. We don't know where he's at right now because I haven't looked. But he they run through the end of May, so June 1st has kind of been my target date. So June 1st of last year would put us right here. So qualifying, we beat El Salvador. RC with a brace. I don't think he scored a brace before. That's incredible. So a game winner in the 63rd minute. Well, I guess they had a 2-0 lead, but they held on. Excellent game for RC. He played an 8-3. Nice. Then we went on to face Canada. RC scored another goal in a 4-0 win. We had a friendly. RC got one there. And then we got into the Gold Cup, Group A. All right. So World Cup qualifying has taken a hiatus for the Gold Cup. All right. So a 3-0 win over Puerto Rico. RC with a goal and in a 3-0 win over Panama. A 3-0 win over Barbados in Group A, so that advanced us to the quarterfinals. We beat Haiti 5-0, RC with a goal in that match as well. In the semifinals, we faced Panama and won 3-0 again against Panama. And then we played Mexico and got a 1-0 win to claim the silverware. So we won the Gold Cup. So excellent. So RC has hoisted some silverware in the Gold Cup, and then we've come back to qualifying for the World Cup in the 5th round. Beat Jamaica 4-1. Had a 1-1 draw with Mexico. Now this must have been their primary team. Let's see, this was September 11th. So that was about 6 weeks after we played the Mexico B squad. So they must have given up in the Gold Cup, I guess, or threw their reserves out there. I guess that's what that means. I'm just guessing. We beat Honduras 3-0, RC with a goal there. And we beat El Salvador 2-1. And that's also 5th round. That was the last match for the U.S. men's team in 2029. Now we came back in 30, and we had a 3-0 friendly here. And now we go into, is that Group H? Okay, so we've gone through the 5th round, and now we come back for Group H. All right, so first off, let's see. History, competitions, Gold Cup. There it is. Yeah, so the 2029 Gold Cup winners, so silverware for RC there. All right. Let's look at the World Cup 5th round. All right, so the U.S. got through with 1 draw against 9 wins. Mexico, they, as expected, those two squads dominated, unlike this year in real life, right? All right, now what's the playoff? I don't know. I don't know where the playoff comes into play. Okay, so that's the World Cup. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, so this is the actual World Cup. So the World Cup starts in June. Okay, and we got Group H. So let's take a look at the groups, the group stages. All right, so Argentina, Belgium, Honduras, and Spain. That's not going to be an easy group. France, Germany, Japan, and Togo. Certainly two dominant squads there. That looks like the squad you'd like to be in. Canada, Nigeria, Sweden, and Switzerland. Wow. The Dominican Republic of the Congo, or not Dominican Republic, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Wow. Okay. Anyway, Congo, Portugal, Slovenia, Uruguay, Brazil, Cameroon, Holland, and Russia. Okay. That's going to be an interesting group. I think Brazil and Holland come out of there. England, Mexico, Scotland, and Uzbekistan. Colombia, Croatia, Ivory Coast, South Korea, and Australia, Chile, Italy, and the U.S. That'll be an interesting little group. So Italy probably the favorite. U.S. should come out of there. France, the defending champions. So, okay, so we are in Group H. I don't know. I'm thinking the group of death might be either Group A or Group B. You know, it doesn't matter. But anyway, so that starts off in June of this year. So we'll see that next episode, how we do in the World Cup. Let's get back to the short list. Take a look at our player. So RC is still with Chelsea, 29 years old, and he has cracked the $100 million value mark. He's valued at $102 million. All right, let's take a look at his history for, let's take a look at history for this past year that just ended. 38 apps, 9 goals. So remember last video we checked out last year, and he had kind of a career year, right? 7 goals, 7 assists. Both were career high, well, almost career highs. He did have the 7 and 8 with Everton, but that was his best year since then. And then this year he went 9 and 5 with a 7.23. So I would say that's another career year for him. Chelsea, if we take a look at them, finished second once again in the Premier. Only 3 points shy of Man City. Man City last year won it, remember, with, 105 points or something like that? It was an obscene number. Okay. Looks like the 3 clubs that came up last season were re-relegated. And who's going to be coming back up next year? Palace, Everton, and Derby. Okay, so Derby snuck in there. Bristol City, Swansea. Leeds clawing their way towards mid-table there. All right, so Chelsea with another second place finish. So they're very competitive. Okay. RC is their vice captain, so he got promoted up to vice captain. Their captain is Thibaut Courtois, and RC is also their key player still. And Anso is still the one playing alongside him in the mid. Okay, so that's good. Let's take a look at the. I don't need to look at Chelsea's competitions. I want to look at RC. All right, so 9 goals, 5 assists, 2 player of the matches. Good for him. Milestones, 2029. Oh, big year for him, it looks like. All right, so seasonal best 11 in America, runners-up in the Carabao Cup. Okay. Chelsea seasonal best 11, winners of the North American Gold Cup, best 11 in the Gold Cup, named the Chelsea vice captain, U.S. Player of the Year, English Premier Team of the Week, North American Player of the Year, USA seasonal best 11. Oh, Chelsea won the Carabao Cup this year, so another piece of silverware for RC. English Premier Division Team of the Week, runners-up in the FA Cup. Oh, they almost won another, so they lost in the finals. Who did they lose to? Man City, I bet. Yeah, 3-2 in extra time. So he almost had the, what do they call that when you win 3? I forget. And the Chelsea seasonal best 11. I would say that is a solid year. So 2 pieces of silverware, a runner-up in the FA Cup, runner-up in the Premier Division, although I don't guess that has qualified up here yet, but that's okay. Any injuries this year? A tight calf, 3 days, and a stubbed toe against Stoke put him out for 5 days. Okay, so nothing major. Only one major injury kept him out for 4 weeks. A moderate injury, both to his ankle back, that was about 7 years ago. All right, so I think that is it there. Let's take a look at his profile. He is not wanted by anybody. He's gone to 106 caps for America, 24 goals. Value has jumped up to $102 million, and he's making $20.5 million a year. Only 2 more years left on his deal, so it'll be interesting to see. Now, you see the actual season goes to July 30th, so maybe what I need to do is I need to go to June 30th. So maybe what I need to do is go to July 1st, and that way we have the complete end of season. Everything will be registered. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll make a note to do that for the next video. So he's up to 111 apps for Chelsea, 166 for Everton, but he's already exceeded his goals with Everton, so that's good. So still wants to be captain at the club, but he has taken that step up where they've moved him up to vice captain, so that's good. Attributes. He's with the U.S. squad on international duty. Still nothing going on there. Okay. Information. So his reputation is exceptional. He is a world-class midfielder now. I think he has been for the last couple of seasons. Oh, sorry about that. I'll try to remember to edit that out, but I may not. All right. So his contract has 2 more years on it. He's not listed for transfer. I think that's it, guys. So pretty solid year for RC. Chelsea, let's take a look at their transfers. I like to look at their transfer. All right, see if they moved anybody. So Chris Thompson was a defender. Doesn't affect us. You can take a look at a lot of the names. Loan fee, Stephen Rooney, attacking winger. I don't recognize any of these guys from our position, and that's all I'm looking at. Striker, and yeah, I think that's it. All right, so they brought in Kristen Nielsen from Monaco for $84 million. Defensive center back and a defensive midfielder that they don't play with. Now, he can play mid, but they got rid of that other center back, so that's probably where he's going to slot in. And a right back, 28-year-old Croatian, Bajic, for $63 million. That's Pretty hefty sum. So they sold out 25 million, spent 126 million. So nothing that affects RC this year. And let's see, if we look at I can't look at their, oh, maybe I can. Let's see, players. Let's look at their U18 squad. Sorted by age. All right, so mid, right, and center. All right, so here's a youngster that they've got in their system. I don't think he's going to challenge RC anytime soon, if ever. Ben Kelly is 16. All right, he might, well, whoa, look at that natural fitness. Get off the Twinkies, kid. Leave those for me. So yeah, I don't see any I wish we could see their scouting ratings, but that's okay. Don't see anybody in here that's going to be affecting RC for a while. Doesn't look like they made any moves to add to that position, right? So that's going to be good news that we don't have to worry about. Let's take a look. So 17. So RC actually had 14 goals this year. I thought he didn't have that many. Oh, is that total? No, that's across the league. Okay, it was 9 in the Premier, but 14 in all aspects with them. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at that. So you know what? It's easier to see that here, I think. All right, so league 9 and 38, 4 and 5 in the cup, 4 and 13 international, 14, 9, 10. Yeah, those internationals don't count, but 14 goals and 6 assists in 51 apps for Chelsea. That's pretty strong. Let's take a look at their schedule. We usually do look at that. Competitions. That would be the easier thing to do. I wish we could just see it by year, you know? History, landmarks. There we go. That's what. All right, so that happened last year in February. So we started in June 1st. So RC was appointed as vice captain at the start of this season. Won the Carabao Cup. Who did we beat this year? They beat Man City. So go figure. They played Man City in several cups. All right, so they beat Man City in that cup. They lost to Man City in extra time in the FA Cup. I thought, there we go, Champions Cup. Okay, let's go take a look at that because it doesn't look like they made it out of group stage. Group stage, all groups. No? Okay, so Chelsea and PSG advanced out of group stage. All right, knockout round. Oh, man. So, okay, how am I reading that? So, looks like Chelsea won the opening leg 3-1, and then it was 3-3 on aggregate, and Juventus won on away goals. That's what that that's what that looks like. Oh, that's disappointing, huh? Okay, so that's where we got knocked out there. Man United would go on to win that. Okay, so yeah, we got knocked out in the group stage, somewhere down here. All right, so we lost 2-0 away and then won 3-1 at home, but the 2 away goals gave them the advantage. Oh, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. All right, well, I don't think there's anything else to look at. There were no other 2-1 over Man United in the semifinals. 3-2 in extra time. Let's see how that one looked. RC got the opening goal. Dembele in the 49th minute, 44th minute, and then the 99th minute. Ugh. Yeah, that sucks. Well, I'd say a successful season for Chelsea, but certainly a successful season for RC. That is who we're most interested in. His stats are still staying up there. Natural fitness is still a 20, so he should have a good long career, and that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted somebody to have a long career. Wasn't sure where he was going to go, but he's turned into a very, very good, certainly not the best player, even in the midfield, you know, with 9 goals or whatever. We would like to see more if he was a true wonder kid, but you know, we did dial him back a little bit to where he wasn't the best in the world, or, you know, he'd have 20s and everything type thing. So again, let me know what you guys think about RC's career here in the comments. Doesn't look like anybody's interested in him right now. Might be that nobody could afford him right now. But I am interested to see where his contract goes next. So he's gone over the 100 million mark. He's making 5% of Chelsea's, you know, total roster expenses. So I'm curious if that's going to translate. You know, are they going to extend him this year? Are they going to let him go to the last year of his deal? I don't have him as a completely driven person, so he's not going to be pushing for a new contract, I wouldn't think. So we'll see. Does Chelsea keep him? Does Man City pick him up and say, hey, you know, he's keeping them too close? You know, it'll be interesting to see. But I don't know that anybody else could really afford him at that value. And I think, you know, we'll see. So, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like for the video. The little thumbs up helps more people find the video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so before, or if you're new to the channel, welcome. And, hey, thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye.